Have you ever looked in the mirror, tilted your head, fixed your hair, and let out a deep sigh? Not because your hair looks bad, not because your face has changed too much, but because something about your reflection feels unfamiliar. As if the woman looking back at you is someone you once knew, but now feels strangely distant from. I know that feeling. Not just because I'm a doctor, but because I've spent over 3 decades listening to thousands of women over 50 whisper words like, "Doctor." My name is Dr. Le Huang. I've dedicated 30+ years to studying women's hormones, regenerative medicine, midlife psychology, and mature beauty. And no, I didn't make this video to give you another hair trend. I made it because I believe this. The right haircut doesn't just make you look better. It can help you find your way back to yourself. The woman who once lit up a room with her presence, her warmth, and her grace. Let me say something up front. Something you might relate to deeply. Hair is not just hair. It's a silent language. When a woman is joyful, her hair shines. When she's in pain, her hair falls. And when she's ready for a new chapter, the first thing she often does is cut it. From a medical standpoint, your hair is one of the clearest mirrors of what's happening inside your body. After 50, estrogen levels drop. Hair becomes thinner, flatter, and sheds more easily. Collagen decreases, the scalp loses firmness, and volume disappears. Insomnia, stress, and hormonal chaos. Your strands lose their life. But here's the deeper truth. Not all hair loss is physical. Some strands fall from wounds that haven't healed yet. And that's why I invite you on a deeply personal journey today, one where you'll reconnect with your relationship to your hair. Understand why hair changes after 50 don't have to feel like loss. And most importantly, discover the haircut that helps you feel like you again, confident, radiant, and fully alive. This video will walk you through 5 hairstyles specifically designed for women over 50, based on science behind hair and hormones, psychology of midlife identity, real stories I've heard in my practice, and yes, my own life experiences too, because I truly believe you don't have to chase youth to feel beautiful. You just have to choose what's true for you. And that truth will shine brighter than anything else. So if you're ready, if you're tired of outdated haircuts that make you feel invisible, then come with me. And please stay until the end, because by the time we finish, you may walk away with something more valuable than any beauty tip, a renewed connection with yourself. Why does your hair change after 50? Before we dive into the 5 transformative hairstyles, let's pause and listen. Not to me, but to what your hair might be trying to tell you. Because no haircut in the world will work if you don't first understand what's happening beneath the scalp. 1. During perimenopause and menopause, estrogen, the hormone that keeps hair silky, skin radiant, and mood balanced, begins to drop significantly. What happens next? Hair thins, weakens, and breaks easily. The scalp becomes drier, less elastic. Follicles can't anchor hair well. Hair growth cycles shorten. Strands fall before they grow. Blood flow to the follicles decreases, less nourishment, slower regrowth. One of my patients, a 54-year-old university professor, came to me utterly confused, healthy, meticulous, and yet losing more hair by the week. We ran hormone and thyroid tests and discovered subtle pituitary fatigue, an often overlooked effect of perimenopause. 6 months into gentle bioidentical hormone support and lifestyle changes, her hair began to regrow, but even more powerful than her thicker strands. She said, "I feel like I'm finally getting my memory back, my sleep." 2. Your emotions matter more than you think. Hormones play a role, yes, but hair is also your emotional map. Prolonged anxiety, elevated cortisol, hair shedding, chronic insomnia, disrupted melatonin, dry, inflamed scalp, loneliness or emotional disconnection, weakened brain-hair axis, hair stops growing. One patient, 59 years old, had severe hair loss for 3 years. She had tried every shampoo, every product, every salon. It wasn't until she quietly shared her grief, the sudden loss of her husband, that I understood. Her hair didn't need conditioner. It needed healing. We started therapy, added omega-3s, and introduced gentle scalp massages. Her hair didn't grow back overnight, but her eyes changed. They had life again. 3. Aging doesn't steal your beauty. it redefines it. Yes, hair may thin, but you can make it look fuller. Yes, it may lose shine, but you can bring back movement, softness, and vibrance in your own way. It's not about clinging to the hair you had at 30, it's about embracing the hair you have at 50, with a cut that makes you feel like your truest, most beautiful self. 4. So, how do you work with your hair, not against it? Biology can't be stopped, but it can be partnered with kindness and wisdom. Choose cuts based on your hair's current texture. Not old photos, don't fear shortcuts. They often make space for new growth, go for movement and layers, softens the face, adds vitality, and most importantly, choose the cut that makes you feel beautiful, not just fashionable. Now that we understand the why, let's explore the 5 hairstyles that speak directly to the biology, emotion, and identity of women over 50. Haircuts that don't just change how you look, but how you feel. 1. The soft layered bob, rediscovering grace through simplicity. If your hair feels flat, lifeless, or stuck to your scalp, especially around the crown and front, this cut might be your awakening. The soft layered bob isn't trendy, it's timeless. Why it works for women over 50? Medically speaking, as estrogen declines, hair around the crown and hairline begins to thin, follicles shrink, blood circulation drops. The result? Hair that lays flat and looks sparse. This bob uses gentle layers to create the illusion of fullness. Each layer lifts the hair from the root, almost like a mini scalp massage that encourages circulation and bounce. Aesthetically, the length, just at or slightly below the chin, brings attention back to your cheekbones. The soft inward curve around your face creates a natural lifting effect, like a subtle facelift. No needles required. I once worked with a 58-year-old woman, Lan, who cared deeply for her sick husband and hadn't looked in a mirror for months. Her long, tangled hair was always pulled back. Well, we tried a soft bob with warm caramel highlights and a delicate side fringe. When she looked in the mirror afterward, tears filled her eyes. She whispered, "Doctor, pro tips. Add honey or toffee-colored highlights. Brightens your face without heavy makeup. Use a round brush to softly curve the ends inward. Creates volume, fine hair. Avoid too many layers, keep the base strong, and layer just enough to lift too. The asymmetrical pixie, bold, liberated, beautiful. This is not a quiet cut. This is a declaration. The asymmetrical pixie isn't for hiding. Why it works for women over 50, biologically, thinning at the crown and back of the head is common post-menopause. A short pixie removes weaker strands and allows stronger hair to grow with less strain. Emotionally, many women over 50 are scared to go short. Why? Because we've been told short hair isn't feminine. But let me say this clearly. As a doctor and a woman, femininity isn't in the length of your hair. It's in how you hold your gaze. The asymmetry, longer fringe, shorter back, offers edge and elegance, softness and power. You can be graceful and fierce. You've earned the right to be both. Pro tips. Use texturizing spray to lift the crown. Keep the fringe soft, not too thick. Frames the face, adds movement. Let your natural silver shine. Pixie cuts, plus salt and pepper. Pure sophistication. Trim every 4 to 6 weeks to keep the shape sharp and fresh. A pixie isn't just a haircut, it's a mindset. 3. There's a reason this cut has lasted generations. It doesn't try too hard, it just flows. Why it works for women over 50. Medically, after 50, many women experience limp hair that loses structure after washing. It's too weak for long styles, but too fine for short, heavy layers. A shag revives your hair's movement. The gentle layering across the length allows airflow between strands, giving your hair space to breathe and move again. Visually, the mid-length gives balance. Face-framing layers highlight cheekbones and eyes. And when you walk, the hair sways softly, bringing energy back to your step. I suggested a soft shag with curtain bangs. Pro tips: sea salt spray, dash your best friend, adds natural texture and volume. Avoid choppy layers if hair is thin. Aim for fluid movement, not chaos. Curtain bangs soften forehead lines and draw attention to the eyes. Shags aren't perfect. That's the point. They're playful, imperfect, just like life. 4. The jaw-length blunt cut. Strong, simple, unapologetic. Where the shag dances, the blunt, jaw-length cut grounds. It's quiet, intentional, full of quiet confidence. Why it works for women over 50, biologically. Many women experience thinning around the temples and receding hairlines. A clean, defined cut helps anchor the shape of the face and strengthens visual symmetry. Stylistically, it draws a clear line across the jaw, redefining your face's silhouette, tightening the appearance of the neck and chin. It's almost like using a sculptor's chisel, one clean edge to bring out hidden beauty. One of my clients, 62, once a respected music judge, told me, after retirement, after a sharp jaw-length cut with soft inner layers and side-swept bangs, her friends called her elegant. She didn't need anything flashy, just a haircut that knew where it was going. Pro tips: schedule trims every 4-5 weeks, keeps the edge sharp, blow dry ends slightly inward, defines jawline, lightweight. Serum adds shine without stiffness, a few lowlights underneath. Add visual depth and dimension. Minimal doesn't mean boring, it means deliberate, and that's powerful. 5. Long layered hair. Plus, curtain. Bangs holding on to the past while stepping into the new. Some women over 50 aren't ready to give up their long hair. And guess what? You don't have to. The long layered cut with curtain bangs is soft, romantic, and deeply personal. Why it works for women over 50 medically. Heavy, long hair can strain aging follicles and contribute to shedding. By introducing light layers, you reduce the weight without sacrificing length. The result? Hair that moves and breathes again. For many women, long hair holds memories, youth, romance, motherhood, freedom. You don't have to cut that away. You just need to let it evolve. Curtain bangs add softness and modern elegance. Face-framing layers create lightness and flow. It's still you, just with less weight and more ease. Argan or jojoba oil on ends. Prevent frizz. Use a round brush to lift curtain bangs. Adds openness to the face. Avoid overlayering if your hair is thin. Keep it graceful, not wispy. Subtle balayage enhances light reflection and softness. Your hair is not just protein. It's memory. It's identity. It's permission to still feel romantic, even now. And you deserve to feel that again. Your hair is not just a style, it's a whisper from your soul. Let's recap the 5 styles and what they offer. Soft layered bob, gentle lifting, clearer facial structure, asymmetrical pixie, bold confidence, new beginnings, shoulder length shag, natural motion, revived energy, jaw length blunt cut, strength, simplicity, inner elegance, long layers, plus curtain bangs, soft femininity, freedom to hold on and let go. After 50, your hair isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling whole again. Every strand, every cut is a conversation between your past and your present. And when you choose the style that aligns with your truth, you don't just see beauty. You see you, the most vibrant version of yourself. Choose the haircut that helps you say, I'm not trying to be someone else. Maybe today, you looked in the mirror and felt something missing. Not beauty, but connection. Not youth, but recognition. Not perfection, but presence. And if that's where you are right now, I want you to know you're not alone, you're not invisible. Because after 50, you're not fading, you're becoming. You are becoming softer, wiser, deeper. You're shedding what no longer serves you, and what remains is the truest version of you. So whether you choose a soft bob that hugs your cheeks, a pixie that declares your boldness, or long layers that whisper your romance, let it be your choice. Not what society expects, not what your younger self held on to, but what your heart says today. Because here's the truth, my friend, your hair doesn't define you, but it can reflect you if you let it. So the next time you face your reflection, I hope you see not just a woman who's aging, but a woman who's rising, a woman who's reclaiming her story, a woman who can still take someone's breath away, especially her own. You don't have to look younger. You just have to look like you, fully, freely and fiercely, and that, my dear, is beautiful.